SeaWorld battle over killer whale captivity. Singer submits question to board of directors over company locking up animals, with SeaWorld claiming animals receive world-class care. A virtual conference of SeaWorld&apos board of directors became an attraction of its own Wednesday when singer and animal rights activist Pink asked, when will SeaWorld transfer its orcas and other marine mammals to seaside sanctuaries to save them, and itself? Park will launch conservation-themed attraction in 2017. In its place, the pop star attended the meeting on behalf of the animal rights organization People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, which purchased stock in SeaWorld, which has parks in Texas and Florida, in 2013 with the intention of attending company meetings to further its agenda. In the past, Jessica Biel, Pamela Anderson and Gillian Anderson have all attended SeaWorld meetings on behalf of PETA. Pink and apos question, which Rolling Stone obtained ahead of the meeting, includes a passionate plea for the marine life that she claims the theme parks abuse. The last thing I would want to teach my kids is that might makes right or that it's okay to bully and exploit someone just because they look different from us, she writes. But that is exactly what SeaWorld does by locking up animals, who, in their ocean homes, would swim dozens of miles a day, dive to great depths, cooperate with their pods to find food, communicate in their own dialects and transmit their own culture from generation to generation. At SeaWorld, all these animals are able to do is swim in endless circles. Some are so frustrated that they break their teeth by gnawing on the concrete corners and metal bars of their tiny tanks. She asks the company to release the animals to refuges, where they can live a more natural life and receive care for as long as they need it. In a statement to Rolling Stone, the company refuted Pink and apos claims of animal abuse. The animals at our parks, and the tens of thousands we and apos rescued, receive world-class care from some of the foremost veterinary and animal care experts, spokesman Travis Clater says. That standard of care is illustrated through our accreditations from the World and apos leading zoological organizations, including American Humane, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums and others. Our dedicated team of marine biologists, veterinarians and animal care experts has looked into the issue of sea cages and has determined, along with many third-party marine life experts, that these enclosures can pose very real health risks to killer whales, he continues, using the phrase sea cage for the aforementioned sanctuaries. In fact, the only whale ever relocated to a sea cage, at the behest of activists, ultimately died. SeaWorld and apos deep commitment to animal care is why we can and apos with good conscience, move our killer whales to sea cages and put them at risk. We stand behind our commitment that it and apos best for our whales to continue receiving daily expert veterinary care at our parks. The orca in question that died was Keiko, the star of the movie Free Willy that was captured in 1979 in Iceland and sold to a marine park. After activists pushed for him to be free, he was moved to the Oregon Coast Aquarium and then brought back to Iceland in 1998, according to the Associated Press. People taught him to catch live fish and prepared him for living in the wild at a cost of about $500,000 a month. He was released from Iceland in 2002 and swam 870 miles to Norway. The app speculates he was searching for human friendship. He lived in a bay where keepers fed him and took him on walks around the fjords. He died of pneumonia in December 2003 at the age of 27. Wild orcas live 35 years on average. SeaWorld directed Rolling Stone to Mark Simmons, the director of husbandry on the Keiko release project. Simmons was a SeaWorld employee from 1987 to 1996 but has no business with the organization now. He said that the sea pen was temporary and far more logistically difficult, dangerous, both for animal and caregivers, unpredictable and in many cases inhumane than what the animal would be used to otherwise. Keiko never succeeded in